Aloha everybody, and welcome to part 5 of Sonic Lost World. We are now on the 3DS version, tackling Desert Ruins 1, which is a little bit different from the Wii U version of Desert Ruins. For one thing, this has a lot of focus on the Asteroid Wisp, and this is forced Wisp integration. You have to use the Asteroid Wisp because there's a lot of badniks that are like these tornado badniks, right? And you can't get past them unless you're the Asteroid Wisp. It's the only way to absorb them. Sonic cannot homing attack the tornadoes. He always gets pushed back anytime he tries to jump into them. So you need to be Asteroid. And then you come up to all of these big, open, bottomless pit segments where Sonic cannot possibly jump across or homing attack chain across. So you're going to have to use the Asteroid Wisp to fly right over all this. Now, the Asteroid Wisp is done in the Wii U version. We only had a few 2D segments in Windy Hill, but this thing is going to show up again. We're going to be playing as this in a rather infamous Sky Road 2 level. And so I feel like there's a lot to explain about the Asteroid Wisp. For example, in order to speed him up, you have to hold the R button down. Because like regular Sonic, you know, when Sonic's just walking around with the control stick, he's walking. He's doing a slight jog. You have to hold the R button down in order to make Sonic run faster. Well, that's the same thing with the Asteroid Wisp. You have to hold the R button in order to make him move faster, and because the only way to keep him in asteroid form is to find other asteroid capsules, like, if you absorb rings, if you absorb badniks, if you absorb pieces of the environment that break off, you'll get bigger and your radius will become huge, but like you're not going to maintain your asteroid form. You absolutely have to find another asteroid container in order to hold on to it. So in order to speed that up, you have to be quick and you have to, you know, hold the R button to move a lot faster as the Asteroid Wisp. So always keep that in mind. Oh, by the way, we're coming up to the sandworms. The sandworms are kind of an annoying enemy in this level. The first time I played this, I didn't really pay enough attention to the question mark hint bubbles, so I didn't know that you had to use the homing attacks, the charge-up homing attacks to kill them, because if you homing attack him really quickly in his yellow weak spot, he just goes back under the ground, pops up another place, and you always have to stun him first before you can homing attack him. Like, he's deep in the dirt, and you have to use a homing wave in order to make him pop out a little bit more so that his yellow weak point is exposed. And that's the only thing you can homing attack. Otherwise, you're just going to get damaged by him, and he's constantly shooting purple goop at you. And at one point in this stage, you actually fight 2 sandworms at a time. So it's kind of annoying when you're fighting 2 sandworms, you don't know about the charged up homing attack, it's taking forever to kill them because you don't know to do it in one, you know, wait for the reticle, 2, 3, boom, done. And, oh, the forced combat as well. All of the springs and stuff that take you to your next destination, you have to kill the sandworms in order to progress. And I hate that. I hate forced combat in Sonic games. I've kind of gone over this during Sonic 06, but, like, anytime where you have Sonic who's predominantly a guy who jumps into things and homing attacks things, and he's not really designed for combat, I shouldn't have to kill a whole bunch of badniks in order to progress with the level. And this isn't even the worst of it. When we get to Silent Forest 2, oh my god, Silent Forest 2 has so much forced combat, and it makes it feel so unlike what a Sonic game should be, and it's just like, I'm just saying, the sandworms, you have to use charge-up homing attacks, and you have to stun them first with the wave, so that their weak point is exposed. And if you're the first time playing and you don't know about that, it takes forever to kill those things. But anywho, the asteroid can hold R to move faster. Like regular Sonic, it has the ability to double jump. So like, you'll jump and it's a big floaty huge jump, right? But if you push the jump button again, you will go even higher than you did before. But he doesn't have a triple jump, he doesn't have a quadruple jump, it's only a double jump. So you can only jump once in the air. And again, if you hold the button down, he goes a lot higher, and then eventually he tires out. So if you hold the button, go high, go high, go high, reaches the top of his jump, push the jump button again, he'll go even higher and higher and higher. And that's how you maintain these gigantic, height-defying jumps with the Asteroid Wisp. And let's say you're in a speedy section, and you need to hit platforms quickly so that you can jump to the next platform quickly, because you have an asteroid meter, right? And you need to find another asteroid capsule. If you hold the Y button down after you jump, the asteroid wisp will come down quicker. Because it's very floaty, it takes its sweet-ass time getting to the ground. But if you hold the Y button down, it will immediately plummet down to the ground wherever you are, and that is so helpful for the upcoming Sky Road 2. Oh my god, it helps so much to know that you can make him go down faster by pushing the Y button. There's a lot of things you need to know about all the various wisps you're collecting, about the parkour Sonic is performing, and we haven't even gotten to some of the other wisps like Rhythm, the snowball thing that we turn into in Frozen Factory. Even though we only play as Sonic in this game, it is a very, very, complicated game with lots of gameplay styles, and not everyone's going to know about the charged up homing attacks or how to fall down faster as the asteroid wisp. And it's all these things that just make the game kind of annoying and frustrating to play because there's so many things you don't know to do that would make the experience so much better. And it's just like, there's too much information for me to process, This is a more complicated game than Sonic Heroes. At least in my opinion, anyway. But, anyway, folks, we're in Desert Ruins Act 2 for the 3DS version, which is an entirely 2D level. And it has a lot of switch puzzles. Like, you have to push these switches in order to make these blocks go down or go up or build a staircase for you or whatever. And some switches immediately stay down when you push them. Other ones, like this one right here, need something pressed down on it in order to keep it down. So, like, you have these balls where if you homing attack the balls, if you jump into the balls, they will destroy and they'll crumble. But if you use a homing wave, it will stun the ball, and it will keep it in place wherever it is, and you need to time it so that when it rolls over the switch, that's when you stop it, and that's when the staircase can go down, and that's when you can climb up and progress with the level, Also, here's the Drill Wisp, back from Sonic Colors. Acts pretty much the same as it did in Sonic Colors. You move around. If you get out, the form's over. If you run out of time with the drill power in the dirt, you'll suffocate, you'll die, so you want to get to your destination really quick. You want to find more drill capsules. And that's a good tip for those balls, by the way. A lot of people, when they first play this, they're instinctively going to homing attack, homing attack, homing attack. But you can also stun it, the yellow balls anyway, just by jumping on it regularly. So the best way to get a ball to a switch is stand where the switch is, wait for the ball to come to you, and then when it's about to reach where you are, just jump up. Don't push the homing attack, don't jump left, don't jump right, just jump straight up. The ball will go under you, and in ball form, you'll land on the ball, and you'll stun it, and then it will be under you, which is on the switch, and that is so, so helpful to know. There's a lot of puzzles in this level that I'm actually skipping because I'm taking a lot of Drill Wisp shortcuts, so you should know that, but there's a lot of switches in this level that can make it feel long and kind of tedious. And yes, the invincibility music is the instrumental version of the Sonic Heroes theme song. It's the instrumental version of Sonic Heroes theme song. I don't know why. I just mentioned Sonic Heroes earlier, but yeah, that's the invincibility theme in the 3DS version. Pretty bizarre, pretty odd, but yeah, those are the first two stages of Desert Ruins in the 3DS version. Now we're going to something completely different with the Wii U's Desert Ruins Act 2. I really like this level quite a bit. This is super fun.
You, fat one! Go take care of that blue pest!
Hey, who are you calling fat?
You! Now, if you hurry and destroy Sonic, I've got an even bigger sandwich.
Boy, sandwich!
Oh, help me.
God, I love that delivery so much. You fat one! Who are you calling fat? You! Mike Pollock, once again, just delivers it out of the park with Eggman. It's so good. But either way, folks, this is Desert Ruins Act 2, which is not in a desert, but instead in some kind of honeycomb highway. That's the name of the music track, anyway. And this level is a complete runner stage. You're always running, you can't really stop, there's a lot of bottomless pits to fall into, and you can actually crash into the walls if you don't go into the open tunnels. And that's actually a really funny death animation, because like when Sonic dies here, he just sort of like hits the wall, and there's like no fanfare. He doesn't peel off or anything, he just sort of sticks there, and then the loading screen transitions you to your last checkpoint. It's a really funny death, but man, the music in this stage is super good. The intensity of making sure your jumps count here and making sure... Again, the thing that makes this better than, say, the Mach Speed sections of Sonic 06 is the fact that Sonic is always facing the right direction when you're playing this stage, which I think makes a huge distinction. In 06, and you turn left, your angle was turning left, and that was always the worst thing. Here, you're just constantly making sure that like you're on the right platforms, you're landing in the right spots, so that you can get to your destination a lot quicker. But man, it's just super exciting. And I love homing chaining those bees, those big trail of bees, so that you just get a whole bunch of flickies that way. It's really satisfying stuff. This is just a big adrenaline rush, and that's what I want from my Sonic games. And for the people who say the Wii U version of Sonic is too slow, Sonic Lost World is too slow, this level's here for you, folks.
I can't believe he made it this far! He's gonna make me look bad! I mean, worse? Is that impossible? Wow, you're barely a snack!
I always feel bad there are so many people who take the Deadly Six seriously. Like, way too seriously. Like, oh, they're not deep enough characters. Their dialogue's not nearly as funny as it should be. Ah! Either way, folks, this is Zomom. He has this weird Lego cube head that he constantly ground pounds in order to tilt around, and you need to go on the right side, make sure you don't fall off the edge, which isn't really all that hard. And then when Zomom lands down, you just do a big charge-up homing attack to kill him, and just like Zaz, it only really takes 2 charge-up homing attacks to defeat this guy, so it's not really that big of a boss fight. But again, he ground pounds the Lego face. It rotates, you just go in the direction that's upright so you don't fall off. Then Zomom lands and you homing attack him. And that's all there is to it, folks.
Does this mean no dessert?
Afraid not, Zomom. No dessert. This stage was really, really fun. I always love coming back to this. The music is incredible, and good level. I like it.
Power levels green, Orbot?
Power level stable. Extractor activated.
Good. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Feed me, baby. I'm feeling stronger by the second.
Levels fluctuating. Reaction unstable. Better shut it down quick, boss, or it will lock into overload.
Shut it down.
Why'd you stop, boss? I felt great!
The machine is unstable. We just want to borrow some of the planet's energy. We don't want to destroy it.
Speak for yourself.
Way to rip off Gruntilda's plan and Banjo-Tooie, Dr. Eggman. Jeez. But yeah, folks, that is Desert Ruins 2. Great level. I like it quite a bit. In Desert Ruins 3, things are going to get quite a bit different. See you in Part 6.